Hey guys, Scott here with, well, another random video. This one is not cars, it's not music. So I'm going to be getting married and so I'm going through my stuff in my room and getting rid of stuff. So I pretty much got rid of 90% of everything I own because it was a lot of junk and stuff. I sold all my gaming systems, or pretty much most of them, and saving up money for a house and so forth, and yeah. So I came across a box that I had, and I forgot I had it actually. I remembered I had it once I found it, but... So it's a bunch of old cards and letters from, I guess, to start off the story pretty much. Back in 2007, I met a girl, and I asked her out, and she said yes. And, you know, as months and years passed by, I was pretty young back then. I was, I think, 17 when I met her. And I guess you could say I didn't really think about the important things of being mature. I mean, I was real big into playing an online game called RuneScape, which is so stupid now that I look back. So we dated for, oh my gosh, I want to say 2 years maybe. And then I asked her to marry me, and she said yes. We never did get married. We ended up splitting up on a mutual base, and of course I regretted it the next day. And I tried everything to get her back, and of course didn't really go over too well. Said some things I shouldn't have. I should have just left her alone and gave her space, but she ended up going with a guy pretty quick after we broke up. So honestly, I was on the rebound and I found a rebound girl. A lot of red flags there. That was a big mistake of mine. I ignored all the red flags and I just stayed with that girl for over 5 years, ignoring all the signs and stuff. But back to these letters. At the time, and my gosh, probably up until, I'm gonna say 2014, at least up until mid 2014, close to December, I honestly believe that the girl who I was with, engaged to, was my soulmate. I didn't really think there's anybody else out there. You know, I kicked myself for many years after us splitting up. I kicked myself and blamed myself, and eventually I realized, you know, looking back, she wasn't that perfect. I guess I kind of put her up on a pedestal because I was pretty much ignoring the bad times. But she was a nice girl, and we could have had a good life together, to be all honest. But I was really immature. She was too, but definitely could have done a lot of things differently, like grew up and not have been so immature about playing a game and stuff like that. And I look back now at some of the stuff I did, and I want to laugh about it, but to be all honest, it's pretty pathetic. I would have, okay, so our family was going to take a vacation to go to their cabin, and instead, I didn't want to waste my vacation going up there and working, because I think we're going to do some work up there or something. So instead of that, I took my vacation just so I could stay home and play online games. Pretty pathetic, ain't it? And so I look back and I think that's the whole reason why I couldn't let her go, was because I was looking back at how stupid I was. It doesn't matter what she did, because I realize now all the stuff she did, it was just petty, it wasn't even worth it, and worth getting mad about at the time. But of course I was young, dumb, and really didn't know what I had. So for the longest time, many years, I mean 5+ years after we broke up, I always thought she was my soulmate, thought she was the one. And always kicked myself, and I never could kind of let that go. I mean, I got to the point where, you know, it's like I never thought about her anymore, and I didn't really care. But if someone brought up her name or said, oh, did you hear what she's up to, blah, 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 you know, it would kind of just bring back old memories. So anyway, as I'm going through my stuff, packing stuff up that I don't need, and throwing stuff away, giving stuff away, came across all these letters.
And a picture she gave me back in
2008, 2009, but and now, you know, looking at these letters and stuff, now that I found, because I'm gonna be all honest, I never thought I'd find someone who I'd be as much in love with as I was when I was with that girl, or at least what I thought I was. And I never thought I was gonna find somebody who would actually, you know, I would want to spend the rest of my life with. The girl I was with after me and this girl broke up, she had a good heart, but she was really you know, I don't really want to go into it. I mean, I spent 5+ years with her. It was some of the worst times I've ever been in, put it this way. Mentally, and just, it wasn't good, and I pretty much let myself go because I accepted the fact, you know, I'm just going to stay with this person, and my life's going to be miserable the rest of my life until, you know, I took a leap of faith and I ended that relationship. It was hard. It was not easy. Because that relationship was poison. It was poison, and I'm sorry if you're listening to this now. The girl, my last ex, but it was poison, and we were not meant to be. I'm sorry, we just weren't. And anyway, so I always thought that this girl, I guess I might as well just say her name, Carrie. I thought she was the one, and didn't think anything else of it. Eventually, my ex split up. I didn't really think about Carrie as much anymore. I was so much other stuff going on until I actually met this girl, the girl that I'm engaged to now, the girl that I'm marrying now. Her name is Lindsay, and honestly, like I said before, when I was with Carrie and when we broke up and all the years I had to look back and regret stuff that I could have done better, Lindsay makes me feel that same way, if not stronger. And you know, she's definitely my soulmate, and being with her, I can completely forget about my entire past. I mean, everything that I've been through, and I've been through a lot the last 6-7 years, is nothing. It almost feels like a dream to me, and I just woke up all the last 7 years of all the good and all the bad that's been happening in my life. And, you know, it's pretty amazing because my fiance now, I can be myself around. And, you know, she really makes me happy, truly makes me happy, and now, being with her, I do realize that everybody, I believe, has more than one soulmate. And I am just very grateful and blessed that I found my second soulmate. And I am very happy that, you know, everything turned out the way it did. I still look back at the girl, Carrie, that I was with, and I regret a lot of things that I've said because it wasn't true. You know, you were, whatever, if you ever see this video, but she was a good girl. She had nice parents. And, you know, we could have built a life together if I would have been smarter and not as immature. But, you know, I screwed up back then. And for a long time, I thought that was it. You know, I'm never going to find someone like her. Thank God that I did. And honestly, I think God's the only reason I did find somebody that I can share my whole life with and that I want to grow old with. And that's because, you know, I never lost faith in Jesus Christ as my Savior, and I never gave up hope. I wish all the best to this girl, Carrie. I mean, I seriously do. I hope that God blesses her in everything that she could possibly want. And I hope she gets everything that she's ever wanted. I hope who she's with now treats her like the queen, like I should have back a long time ago. But again, I was 17, 18, 19, young, dumb, stupid, full of pride, bullish, thought I was, you know, invincible, a know-it-all, and yeah, and I guess that's the only regret. I mean, I don't regret, oh man, I wish we were still together. God has a way of making everything work out when you trust in Him and love Him. And I'm able to do this video now because of that. Because I found someone that I'm truly happy with. I can truly be myself with. And, you know, it's a great feeling. And for those who may have been with somebody that somehow, maybe it was your fault, her fault, that you guys broke up, and, you know, there's really no hope of ever getting back together, don't give up. Stay strong. Do not give up, because you have more than one soulmate. I can honestly tell you that from experience. You have more than one soulmate. So do not give up. Okay? So, with that being said, I'm getting married, and it's not right. I shouldn't have these anymore. And honestly, these cards, you know, these were the old me. This is my past, and so I'm going to be burning these. because I have no use for them anymore. I mean, all I see is in the future, all my future is my fiance Lindsay that I'm with now. And I hold no regrets for the girl Carrie. I have no regrets. Everything that happened, I am thankful that it happened, because God allowed it to happen for a learning experience. If it wasn't for me being with this girl, I would not be who I am today. I can honestly say that. I wanted to commit suicide when we broke up, and honestly back then I would have said, if I was man enough, I would have done it. That's how big of a mistake that I thought I made, is that I was actually going to kill myself over a girl. Now, I never got to that point. I never, cut myself or anything like that. I felt that low that I thought it passed my mind maybe for a couple minutes, a few times, but that was it. And, thank God I didn't do that, but yeah, so I'm gonna burn this stuff. Just kind of, this is all the stuff of my past. And I can actually do that now, and I can do that with full-heartedly saying that I've moved on. And I have no regrets, and I have no hate towards her or whoever she's with or her family. Nothing. It's nothing. And that's why I can say I hope God blesses her, her husband, her family, and I hope she gets everything she's ever wanted, because she was a great girl, and she wasn't perfect, but Lord knows I wasn't perfect, and I don't know her now, so I haven't spoken to her probably 6 years, 7, I don't know. I don't know how long actually it's been, but so yeah. So if you are watching this video, I hope you're the best, and I hope you get everything that you've ever wanted, and yeah. So I guess the next thing to do is go out and burn these, and of course,
It's pretty funny because, even though I forgot all about these, I honestly never thought I'd be able to do this. I never thought I'd find a girl that I'm so much in love with that, I could let these go. And that's a pretty awesome thing about this, is I'm able to do this. So Carrie, if you ever see this video, I just want you to know that I hope God blesses you and you get everything that you've ever wanted. I definitely have. I've honestly gotten everything that I could ever want, and I want to thank you, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be the man who I am today. So I hope you and your family and everybody has a great life, and someday maybe we'll see each other again. Who knows?